Welcome to our second episode of the Bestie in My Pocket podcast. I am so excited to have you here, whether you're returning or it is the first time. Happy Friday to you. Let's go ahead and get into today's episode. Now, we are going to be talking about how to grow your brand on social media in 2025. I'm going to be sharing with you three types of content you need to be posting. But before we dive in, let's do a quick recap for on what we talked about on last week. So on last week we talked about the creator economy, right? And the creator economy being a big shift that's happening whether you are showing up online as a business or you're showing up online as a creator, because believe it or not, you are a content creator. Whether you think you are or you're not, you are. And so we talked about the three shifts that you need to make. We talked about being authentic and you being the niche, right? You finding the things that you're passionate about and what's in alignment with your personal brand or your, if you have a brand that's not personal, you sell t-shirts, stuff like that, how to bring that together online. So we're going to connect those dots today and talk about the three types of content you need to post. Before we get there, let's get into our gem of the day. So our gem of the day is consistency equals currency. I need you to sit with that for a second. Consistency equals currency. So this is not just talking about content, because when you say consistency, people automatically think, oh, I got to be more consistent with my content. I'm not consistent with my content. I'm talking about in every area of your life. Because what does that quote say? How you do one thing is how you do everything. So, in order for you to lose the weight, in order for your relationship to get better, in order for your finances to get better, you have got to be consistent in one of those habits that you haven't been consistent in to get to where you need to get to. And so, yes, that does lean into content, but it's for every area of your life. Consistency equals currency. If you're trying to get to the finish line, you're trying to get to the bag, baby, step number one is you got to be consistent. And consistent looks different for everyone. Consistency when we talk about social media and being a creator does not mean post every day. If you can't post every day and you're not going to be consistent doing that, then that's not what consistency looks like for you. This is a whole podcast within itself. So I'm not going to stay on this topic. I would love to talk deeper. Maybe we talk about some ways you can be consistent. Maybe that could be our third episode. But consistency is not key. Consistency is currency. All right. Take that gem, sit with it today. Hopefully, it gets you to make a mindset shift. And let's jump into this week's mini lesson. I don't know about you, but like when social media first started, I think I got on Instagram like 2012. I'm kind of dating myself here with the age. It was super fun. It's still fun to me now. It's just changed so much, right? And one of the crazy things we used to do, and I don't know why we did this on Instagram, we would like spam like a person. We would find someone's Instagram page, like stuff, leave comments because we wanted to be shown off, right? I don't know if you guys remember, we would screenshot and then we would share that Instagram post as our content and be like, thank you, Keisha, for following and showing major love. Make sure y'all go follow Keisha. It was like, quote unquote, a follow train. And we thought it was so cool. And we did the Man Crush Monday. We did the what we did, Wild Woman Crush Wednesday, Throwback Thursday. You still may see a little throwback again, but if you haven't noticed, that is not content anymore. Content is not about getting followers and you follow me and I follow you. Even the way these platforms are set up is now all set up around interests. What are you interested in? We are going to show you what you're interested in. If you are on YouTube and you're watching hair videos, you better believe the next time you log into YouTube, what are they going to be showing you? Hair videos. Same on TikTok, Instagram, all of them are using different algorithms, but they're interest based algorithms. So, since you know this, as a creator, what type of content should you be creating? Interest based content, right? So last week we said that what is your niche? You are the niche, but you have multi layers in your personality, right? Sometimes you like to laugh, sometimes you're serious. There's food you like, there's things that you stand 10 toes down for. And there's some things you like, ain't no way, that couldn't be me, right? These are the type of things that you need to be showing online. So underneath that niche, there are some sub niches. There are some topics. We call them topics in the marketing space, right? These are buckets. You may hear people say content pillars, content topics, content buckets. You need to pick like 3 to 5 of those layers of your personality, of who you are on in your real life, and put that on your social media, right? So this is how we begin to get to be consistent, and we begin to create content in a creator headspace. And content does become fun again. If it's not for you, it's still fun for me. But it becomes fun again because here's the biggest hack. When you're posting content, you should be posting who you are in real life. The same tea that you would see in real life, the same goofiness, the same energy, the same enthusiasm, the same motivation, that is me behind the lens. I don't cut the phone on and become a different person. Be who you post to be. Ooh, that was a gem right there. Be who you post to be. If that's who you are in real life, post that way. That way, the people who are meant for you, who are quote unquote interested in the same things that you're interested in, are going to do what? Engage with your content. That's why you're not getting likes. That's why you're not getting follows. That's why you're not getting engagement, because you hiding. You are hiding and not showing up. Here's that quote from last week. You are not showing up for the person who needed you. That older version of you is online. He or she or they're scrolling. They need you, but you too scared because your hair don't look right. You don't like how you sound. Girl, who gives a nobody cares but you. You are insecure about those things. And this is the flip side. When you get through the ugly phase, because we all have the ugly phase, it's not gonna feel good to create content at first, right? You're gonna feel inadequate. You don't know how to edit. You don't know how to do these things. But then all of a sudden, you begin to transform. You make the biggest transformation by posting content in your lane of consistency. Like the tea you see now, yes, I've always kind of had this. And shout out to the gym, because the gym unlocked this level of me that you see. So when I first started showing up, I think it's 2020, I make the Instagram's Tea Academy. But it's not until 2021, when it's getting close to leaving my job, that I want to be mysterious, right? So I started posting in the car content that was what I believed in, standing 10 toes down, talking with my boldness. Like, this why your content not working. This why you ain't making no money, because you did this. And people like, oh, shoot, she's spicy. She talking to me, right? But I was being who I was. Be who you post to be. But what I was getting at is my confidence began to grow. Every post didn't get likes. If you go all the way back to my IG, it's not cute. It's not. Even if you go back to my old clothing brand, you see the ugly mock-ups I tell you not to post today, because I've done that before. It's a transformation that happens. You begin to get more, like, not even feeling yourself, just more confident. You show up different. You look directly in the camera. You feel like, oh, I know what I'm talking about, right? And if you don't like it, you don't like it. You keep scrolling. You're going to get this real over here, right? That's what I want you to tap into. Tap into that part. Show up for the old, show up not only for that old version of you that needed you, show up for the new version. This is another hack. That's why this is pocket size gems. It's called the Bestie in My Pocket podcast, because it is a pocket full of gems on the go. You at work right now. You in the carpool line. You in the gym, you pressing some shirts, and I am in your ear giving you all these and I just lost my train of thought, because it was another hot gym that was, oh, I know what it was. You have this vision of who you want to be, right? Because I keep saying show up for the old version of you. No, show up for the new version of you. The new version of you has to be in your habits. If I say 3 months from now, 6 months from now, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself? What type of things are you doing? What are your habits? If the you today just sit in the bed all day and Netflix and scroll and kiki and gossip, and that's all you do, but 5 years from now, you're telling me you desire to leave your 9 to 5. You desire to buy your family a house. You desire to start a trust fund for your kids. Would that 5-year version of you be on the couch right now, Netflix chilling and gossiping? Nope. So what does that mean for you? You gotta change your habits. Does that mean you can't Netflix? Because I do feel that is a form of self care. You can still do that, but you have to pick how long you're going to sit in that era of yourself. Now, I can't believe I went so long giving y'all this because I guess it just was all me. We haven't even gotten to our mini lesson of the day. That was me going off of our gym of the day, right? So let's get into these content. Like, how are you going to grow on social media in 2025? Get your pen when you get home. If you're not at home, run this back. If you're in the car, wherever you're listening to me at, when you get time, watch this on YouTube. The visual is on YouTube, the T Academy or Latanya Monique. You can find me on any platform under those two handles. If you want to see this behind the scenes, every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Central, I am on Twitch. We are behind the scenes. You get to see my mess ups. The funny thing is, before we even did this episode, we already recorded this episode, child, without the mic. I was like listening last week, y'all, off track, but we on track, okay? Last week's episode, and this is another gem for you. Start before you're ready. Perfection does not exist. Learn as you grow. These are things I've always done. Anytime I have an idea and I'm feeling like I'm supposed to do something, I do it. I don't have to have it all figured out. I don't have to know how to do a podcast, what platform, what mic, get a mic. You gotta freaking just go. So I'm listening back. We're our worst critic, right? I've always analyzed myself though to try to be the best, right? I'm like, oh my God, I am giving all these gems, but this quality to me is so bad. It's like so bad. So we record the episode, y'all, before this one. And my besties, shout out to my besties on Twitch. They here from the beginning, right? On episode 2. What's up? And I am asking their honest feedback, like, yo, what's the quality like? Am I crispy? Do you hear echo? And so they're giving me feedback. They're watching me play with the mic. And I realized, y'all, the whole freaking time, the mic that I am speaking on is the freaking laptop mic. Basic, basic, basic. But we here now, baby. We get crispy. I'm excited. So, without further ado, let's get into these 3 types of content you need to be posting in 2025. Content idea number 1 is my favorite one because you've been doing it. You did it yesterday. Raise your hand if you shared content yesterday. You shared something to your bestie, your spouse, somebody. You was like, friend, look at us. Or friend, that's going to be you a friend, right? Something that you was like, it just clicked and somebody else had to see it, right? Shareable content. Content that you need to be posting. Number 1, shareable content. And when I say shareable content, here are some ideas for you. Controversial content. If everybody is saying do it this way, but you believe it's the opposite, you need to stand 10 toes down and say the opposite, right? But be warned, controversial content comes with a lot of backlash sometimes in the DM. So if you can't take the heat, if that's not in your personality, you can't keep it nice. If you spicy, I'm quite spicy, so I don't put a lot of controversial content, right? The second type underneath shareable is going to be trending topics. This one is easy. One of my teammates went crazy viral on, was it yesterday, I think, or the day before? So trending topics are just pop culture moments. What is everybody talking about on your feed? Currently, everybody talking about Tyler Perry in the movie Straw, right? Whether they like it, they don't like it. Oh, Tyler Perry is so much drama. Black women, can we have us make us smile, right? But it doesn't matter. Whatever side you're on, post about it. So she posted complete opposite. While he talking about he liked Tyler Perry and she talking about she don't like Tyler Perry. She posts, no matter what's going on, I was happy to see Sinbad. I was happy to see, and her video is at 3 million views so far. I think she gained 600 followers. But that's in alignment with things that she wants to talk about. So she'll probably stay within just culturally relevant things. Make sure it fits. So another warning here, don't post about a trending topic just to go viral. If you're not going to continue to be abreast on pop culture, then don't talk about pop culture. Because the people who are following you based on interest are going to be looking for that type of content, some more of it. You're there to serve them. So don't show up one way and then you start giving them something else. Give them the lane that you in. And if you change lanes, take them along for the ride. Okay. Bold troops is also shareable content. If you believe something, stand on it. Funny content. If you funny, be funny. If you want to do skits, do skits. I'm not a skits girl. You're not gonna see me making the corny. I don't think they're corny for me because I would look corny. People think that I'm funny probably in my ways I say stuff or react to stuff, but I don't consider myself to be funny, right? The second piece of content, type of content that you need to be posting, saveable content. Saveable content. These are the things, and you, if you follow me, I know when I stepped on your feed, you hit that save button. You were like, skirt, who this shit? Oh, I like her. I could do what? First of all, like. Second of all, follow. Third of all, save. Saveable content is going to be those life hacks. When we are scrolling online, you and I, we're selfish. It's human. If this content doesn't make me laugh, this content doesn't change my mindset, this content doesn't make me feel a certain mood of emotion or memory, and I can't do anything with it, I'm going to scroll past this content. But if this is giving me things that, like, what's in it for me, life hacks, I am going to probably save this content. So, types of savable content, again, life hacks, tips, how to's. If you sell physical products, a lot of you guys are my t-shirt besties, and you're like, how do I create savable content? You're going to lean into the holidays. You're going to tie seasons in. Father's Day is coming up. So you would have been posting gift ideas for Father's Day, right? Father's Day gift ideas. It's the summertime. You may be putting Juneteenth outfit ideas. How to pack, how to pack 20 outfits in a suitcase this size, right? Or what you need to always take on a trip. Or try this hack next time you're with your luggage. But you're indirectly including your t-shirts or whatever the case may be that you sell in the suitcase, in the hack. So selling for you becomes indirect. Include your products in your videos. Like 80% of your content needs to be these three types if you sell physical products. If you sell digital products, the savable is your lane. The savable for digital is, again, still this chat GPT prompt. Oh my God, if you struggling in Canva, this one thing right here gonna show you blah blah blah. Show them how to do it in Canva. Give them some resources that you use. And then lastly, if you're not in the any pretty much any niche, another piece of savable content is reminders, right? It may be something as simple as reminder to check on your strong friend because I'm the strong friend and nobody ever checks on me. You guys think that the strong friend is XYZ. See how it's kind of a blend. It's relatable, but I want to save this or I want to share this, right? So we have saveable and shareable. The last one does not start with an S. It's just coincidentally that saveable and shareable start with an S. The last one is probably the most popular. It's the one that gets a lot of shares. This one is relatable content. So the content that you see, you be like, oh my God, that is me. Right? The relatable content is kind of like those identifier contents where it kind of low key identifies the type of person you are. Maybe it highlights your mom. Maybe it highlights your gym person. Maybe it highlights your coffee person. It kind of identifies you, like calls you out. Even if it says POV, because POV is point of view of that person, but you're also that person. You're like, girl, me too. Same friend, right? And so here are some examples. Sorry about that. Here are some examples of what I mean by relatable content. So we have pet peeves, things that get on your nerves. If it get on your nerves, talk about it. Because if it get on your nerves, it's probably getting on someone else's. Okay. Again, those troop bombs, rants, pet peeves and rants are kind of not the same to me because a rant is like you just hot. Like something just happened and you want to get it off your chest. And so the on social media, it gives like the bestie FaceTime energy where you just talking to me. It's tea. I'm into the story. Like, girl, he did what? Oh my God, couldn't be me. Right. So I'm invested. And then lastly, like day in the life. Day in the life would fall underneath the relatable content. Like come with me as a full-time entrepreneur and you get to see like day in the life. So those are the three types of content that you need to be posting as a creator in 2025 if you want to grow your page. So hopefully you got some gems. Do me a huge favor. Let me know in the comments if you're listening to me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or if you're watching this on YouTube. Put in the comments which one of those really hit for you. Okay, let me know. Give me some feedback. Also, this is like little. I'm gonna beg a little bit here. The platform is new. The podcast is new. So if you could like it, leave a review, that actually helps. That actually helps the algorithm when it comes to interest, right? And help push me out and push me up in categories. I think I'm in the entrepreneurship category. So more people can discover the podcast. Thank you so much, friend. That's how you support me for the free. Let's go ahead and get into the last segment of today, which is the what is popping in the social media streets, right? And so one of the things that's popping is I kind of feel like it's a take people along for the ride. You heard me say that earlier. Like a series. If you're starting something new or you're doing something, people love that. If you say, I'm gonna try no carbs for the next 21 days. I'm gonna be posting every day to let you guys know how it goes. People love that because there are people who want to try no carbs for 21 days and they want to see how it works for you. So day one may be you coming from the grocery store with all of the things that you have. I have my juicer, I got my fruits, I got my veggies, I got this protein, right? And then day two may be how you're feeling. Do you have a headache? How was your sleep? Day three may be like, oh my God, y'all, actually, I'm not craving this or that, right? Or hacks that you found or recipes that you're trying. Do y'all see how that makes people rock with you? Because they're getting to know you. So, contrary to what you think earlier, when I say back in the day, it was like about the followers, and now it's about the interest. The interest brings about the people who are like you, though. If you like SpongeBob and they like SpongeBob, then when you post more about SpongeBob, it's going to be great content for them. It's going to be pushed out. It's going to be engaged, right? So, and again, when we say day in the life, just for a second to go back, you taking me along that ride for that journey. I want to see you win. Isn't it weird that people online will root for you more than family and friends? Isn't that strange? That is so strange. They wanna see you win. They don't know you from Adam, but they like your personality, they like your vision, they like your quirks, the things that you think is weird, how you look, your voice. People like that stuff. So show up as yourself. So that is it for episode 2. I want to thank you again for just rocking with me. It just really means a lot that outside of social media that you took time out of your day to tap in with me. And that was the whole reason of doing this. I hope that it has given you a shift today, a mindset shift, and motivated you and give you some energy. And I can't wait to see you on next week. Let's get it.